Hey everybody, we are up to episode 3 and today we are going to be talking about church culture versus Jesus. Is there a difference and what is it? Have you ever felt like you loved Jesus but felt disconnected or even frustrated with church culture? You're not crazy and you're not alone. Here's the problem. We often confuse the traditions of people with the heart of Jesus, and when we mix them together, people get hurt and the mission gets lost. Be sure and like and subscribe to this as we go through this series. We're going to cover a lot of different areas why people have become de-churched or never got into the church at all. Have you ever thought, I love Jesus, but sometimes church just feels off? Well, maybe you felt pressured to fit a mold or hurt by judgment, or like you were performing instead of growing. Let me say this. There is a difference between church culture and Jesus, and understanding that difference changed everything for me. What God has always wanted, and why He sent Jesus here, was to help us in having a relationship with Him. And a relationship with Him should be above all, including above your church relationships, because that's where it starts. That's where you get your true guidance from Him alone. What I used to think about church culture and Jesus was that if I went to church all the time, then I was a good Christian and God was going to like it. I was going to be good with God. Just dress a certain way, fake the language. The louder you worship, the holier the church. I thought the church was Jesus. But I started to feel again, something's just not right here. It feels fake. It feels unauthentic. I started to see people who were burnt out, judged, and boy did I see that, ignored, pushed aside because they didn't fit into that system. And I thought, boy, this just isn't right. This doesn't feel, and you know it in here. Believe me, y'all have it right in here and you know it. Talking with Jesus, having a relationship with Him, you're going to feel it more and more. You're going to know when it's right and you're going to know when it's not. And Jesus did not come to build a culture of performance. He came to build a family. He came to teach us how to care about each other. Look how He treated everybody. Look how He treated what everybody else looked at, the dregs of society. He took them in, He loved them, He cared about them, and He showed them. Church culture often says, let's look perfect. Let's follow our rules. Don't rock the boat. Keep the traditions. Make us look successful. But Jesus says, come as you are. I'll help you carry your burdens. Truth matters more than image. Love people deeply. Love, the greatest commandment of all. And the last will be the first. Learn to serve everybody and love everybody. Church cultures can become about control, image, and comfort. Jesus is about freedom, transformation, and mission. Think about how frustrated Jesus was with the church and religion at the time when He was in there. He drove them out of the temple. He turned the tables upside down because they turned it into a business. It's not what God intended. So how do we fix this? How do we keep the good parts of church, community, worship, teaching, without letting traditions and expectations push Jesus out of the center? This is where I want and need your help. Have you experienced this difference? What does real Jesus-centered community look like to you? What needs to change in the church culture today? Please drop your comments in. Your voice matters. Not only are you going to help me and others by telling us what your thoughts on this are, you could shape this whole series. I'm not against church. I'm for church becoming more like Jesus. That's why I still follow Him. Not because the system is perfect, but because the Savior is. If this is hitting home with you, please comment, please, on your experiences. Share it with somebody who needs it, and subscribe so you can catch the rest of these series. We'll soon be doing episode 4. And again, I wish you all a blessed day, week, month, year. I hope you have a blessed life and you share it with somebody.